I enjoy painting because it surprises me. It's hardly ever where I paint something exactly how I first envisioned it starting off. It's messy and spontaneous for me, and I like, you know, problem solving, or brain teasers, or forcing my mind to think in, not forcing, but having my mind try to solve something to get it to a place where I'm happy with it. And I find that exciting. The continual changing of a piece until all of a sudden you're done and you have something that you solved. I love that part of painting. I studied film. That's where I learned a lot about the idea of learning how to frame something. Color theory comes in film. Placement, you just learn why you feel something from looking at a frame and what a shot conveys in a movie. It teaches you the power of the image, and that's what painting is it's an image. It's a creative image. So that has contributed a lot. I've been painting about 2 years, and I started painting as a way to hang out with my brother. He was painting for fun, and I wanted to be part of the fun. And so I grabbed a canvas and a brush, and I loved it, and I just kept doing it. The pieces I do, I want people to feel peaceful. I like the idea of making someone feel something euphoric. One word not word, but a phrase I always say, it's all kind of vaguely familiar. It's not something so far out and abstract that you have to ask what is it. It's almost within the realm of being a blurred image, and people can pull and see what they want to see out of it. Yeah, part of the way I try to invoke those emotions is the titles of the paintings, and I'll put them beside it, and so if someone wants to read the card, they can, and if it furthers their thinking about a piece, it did its job, and if not, it's still there. Did most of these in the room that are hanging up. I did this guy, hazy water. You can actually see a bunch of bristles that broke off from my brush. They're just kind of there now, the texture adding a little something else. And that one's a new church. It's an acrylic. It's supposed to be supposed to resemble a stained glass window. It's kind of all over the place though. And then this one, there used to be a farm. It started off with right here, and it was going to be this yellow crane, tearing apart a house. I'd seen it out in the country, but then I didn't want to paint that anymore, and I just kept painting with that theme though. This one's evolving doors. Revolving doors. Tongue twister. Oil on canvas. I've been just staring at it for months. I drew that little squiggle. Used to not have that. And this is where I paint. Usually just right on the floor. I'll toss on an album or pop on a tape or a CD and just get to work. I paint for myself as a way to process the world around me, and some people's, the audience is the internet, but this is something I've found is you don't appreciate a painting when you're scrolling through as much as you do when you see it, because you lose a lot of information. The medium is a message, and with a painting, it's about the physical. It's about being able to see it, see the mistakes, see the brush strokes, see the textures. Where does it rise? Where does it fall? And you condense it down to a 2-inch photograph, you lose a lot of the emotion and the information that's supposed to be conveying to you. From a financial standpoint, I would say it's a great way for people to see your work. But for people to feel your work and to truly, hear what you're trying to say, it's got to be in person for painting. Social media gives you a bigger audience. That's not inherently good or inherently bad, but it's taken away a lot of the spontaneity of discovery and has boiled it down to a toilet pastime. you know, discovering stuff on the toilet instead of going out and walking and finding something. In social media, the only bridge between you and the art is a scroll of other images that aren't alive. So it detracts, I would say, the power of the art. With social media was, found a hashtag I used. It's something I'm still navigating. My brother manages all the business side of my art stuff. He told me I should have one still, because I went through this purge of my digital self where I killed off my Facebook and my Twitter and my Snapchat pretty much all in the same time. It's been about 3 years since I've been on those platforms. I just found because they just killed time. They didn't let me further myself or didn't make me appreciate people more. It boiled them down to this small image. That's something I'm still navigating with social media is, do I want to keep that one last thing, or am I ready just to kill it and, be rid of my digital self and only be in the physical plane? But will it allow me to keep finding different ways to display my art? Sometimes I think it's time to just get rid of it. Because once I purged the other accounts, my life did get better. This is a passion of mine. It's not to build an empire or build a following or build fans. So I think painting is found its way, and the way it's still a valued form of expression is that it is a form of expression, and that you can do it independently. The future of painting is completely dependent on the artist. Are you okay with having your work accumulate and not have any fiscal gain, to not make you any money? I think there's a lot of people who that's still okay with. It can be discouraging, but sometimes that discouragement just makes better art.